Angel Vane, and this is episode 56 of my author's diary. Now, I have been talking about for the past couple of weeks the process of getting the accidental hero into an audiobook. So just to recap, last week I had listened to all of the different samples from the narrators. I chose 3 to audition, only 2 of them did, and then I ended up selecting the one that I liked the best. And then it got serious, y'all. They sent me contracts, and I'm a businesswoman, so I read every word of the contract, and I get to this spot, and it's like, once you have signed this contract, you cannot make any changes to the manuscript that the narrator will be reading. And I'm like, because it dawned on me that as I was listening to the audition sample, there were certain parts where I was like, I don't really like the way that sounds. Not that it had anything to do with the narrator's acting, it had to do with the way I had written my sentences. Now let's flash back. Before I started writing novels, like I'm a businesswoman, I do business writing, and I do old school business writing. So like business writing today is really this big push for you to make it more casual, more colloquial, more straight to the point, more how you're talking to people, right? But that ain't how she was trained. I was trained old school, where you write formal with sentences, and your sentences can be complex and complicated and long. So as I started writing novels, and I'm still working on that. I'm still working on trying to get out of the business writing and business sentence structure and the businessy type of words that I would choose to say, and get it more into a fiction type of style. So I was listening to him, and I ran across a couple of sentences. I was like, I wish I could change that sentence. But I can't. That's the beauty of being an indie author. I don't have some trad publisher like, you can't make any changes to the manuscript. Oh no, I can change this manuscript. So I panicked, and I was like, I need to go back through the accidental hero and try to fix as much stuff as I think needs to be fixed. So they had 70, so after we had agreed and the narrator agreed to do the audiobook, they were like, you have 72 hours to sign this contract, or we can't guarantee the prices that we quoted you. And keep in mind, y'all, I picked the most expensive narrator from my little list. He already expensive. I don't want it to go up any more than that. So I was like, ooh, I got 72 hours. So I stopped everything. Like, ooh, stop the world. I stopped everything, and I went all the way back through the accidental hero, looking at the sentences, looking at the words, trying to simplify certain sentences, clunky things. Came across some continuity issues that I kind of tweaked as well, and I got it done. I got it done before the 72 hours was up. And then I don't know that the prices would have gone up immediately, but I didn't want to take that chance, right? And it did encourage me, and it pushed me to go ahead and get through the book and see, are there sentences that you want to change? Are there things that you want to say a little bit differently? So I made a ton of modifications. And when I say a ton, I made a ton of modifications. I probably cut, and this isn't a lot because it's like a 96,000 word book to begin with. So I dropped off probably about 1,500, 2,000 words off of that word count just from editing and trying to simplify certain sentences in a manner in which I think that when the narrator is dramatizing my work and making it dramatic, it might sound better. Now, do I think I caught everything? No. I promise you, as I am reviewing whatever he sends over, sample chapters and chapters that he's completed, I'm gonna cringe at some stuff that I'm like, dang it, I should have changed that. I know I didn't catch everything, but I caught a lot of stuff, and I do feel so much better that I just went ahead and went through one pass through it, because if I hadn't, I would have been kicking myself, y'all, kicking myself for not doing it. So I'm really happy that I went through it, and then I uploaded the new version to Find Away Voices, and I signed up on the contracts, and then the narrator signed up on the contracts. Yes! So we're locked in. So then the next step is the narrator is going to do an extended sample. So the first 15 minutes of the book, which I think is probably just my first 2 chapters, which doesn't give me a chance to really see how he's going to do a lot of these other character voices. But I mean, he seemed like, he seems very, very professional. Very professional. And with, looking at his bio and seeing that he has all this kind of acting type stuff in his experience. So I think he'll be able to nail all these different characters and make them sound a little bit different and kind of pick up on their personalities and stuff. So yeah, because the first 2 chapters is like, it's the epilogue, and that's Ella and Zach Weber. Not a lot of talking, it's a lot of narration, not a lot of talking. And then the first chapter is Julian, like beating himself, guilt-ridden Julian. He's so guilt-ridden. And then Don calls him and he thinks, here's my chance to be forgiven. And Don's like, shut your mouth! Go find my sister! And that's it, right? So I think that's all I'm gonna hear. But still, I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear my novel being performed by a professional narrator. So I think it's going to be amazing. So that's the update for now. I will hopefully keep you posted. Next week, I'm not sure if I'll be talking about audiobook. It's going to depend on if I get the sample or not. If I don't, I'll have to come up with something else to talk about, but I'm sure I will be able to come up with something like maybe something about that book I'm supposed to be writing, The Fallen Hero. Need to pick that back up. So if you want to continue to keep up with me and all the ups and downs that I go through as I try to write and publish new books, click the subscribe button. Then don't forget to click that little silver bell so you won't miss when I'm doing a video, and I will see you next time.